Hello and welcome back to Second F1, and today it's a big question. Which constructor to use in your F1 2021 fantasy team? With pre-season finishing a couple of days ago and the mixed messages we're getting from all the constructors, it's a tough decision on who to pick and why, but I think there is some obvious ones that you should avoid and definitely gamble on, and ones that are good value for money at the moment at the beginning of the game. Right, the obvious one to avoid, and if you pick them, you are an idiot. I'm sorry. It's the Haas car. Stay away from the Haas car. Stay away from it. It's awful. It's dreadful. They have one decent driver in Mick, but other than that, stay away from the Haas. It's not good. Just look at it in 2020. Just look what it did in 2020. 161 points. It's not really worth it, you know. It's not good. So that would be the one to stay away from. And another one I would probably edge away from would be the Williams, unless you know it's going to be strong in qualifying. Like, depending on how George is, it could be a very good one. Obviously, it's probably the best cheap option you can do. 6.3 mil, 174 points last year, and obviously none of these are guaranteed. So they got 24 points in qualifying from getting out of in Q1, and then an extra 20 for getting into Q2. But it was a very reliable car, so you know. The Haas is a definite no. So big cross with the Haas. But the Williams is a maybe. If you've got that money to spend, a cheap option, pick the Williams. Obviously in this team, this quick team that I made, it's like a rookie 11. So you got Sonoda, Russell, Schumacher. So the Williams probably fits in quite nicely here. Now onto the front of the grid, obviously you got the question marks. Have Mercedes bought sand from Bahrain and put it on their car? Is it just a big double bluff? I don't know. I mean, no one knows. Only they do. But they were the top scorer last year with 1,014 points. I'm pretty sure. Top 10s in a row. There'll be lots of wins. So they would be the obvious choice, but they do have a big fraud. They have 38 million. So it's them plus another big driver. So if I put them into this team, they put them plus Verstappen, and I end up with 0.2 mil left. So if you want the Mercedes and Verstappen, this would probably be your best option. So Mercedes probably would be a good pick. Red Bull, once again, they look the strongest, and they have two decent drivers this year. You know, Albon's gone, Perez is in, more consistent, more reliable than Alex. So in theory, you should be getting regular top fours. You know, only two top four finishes for both cars, so 24 points last year from that. You should get more this year. Should get more. So Red Bull would be a decent option, but if you put them in this team, you can then probably get rid of one of these guys and get a better driver. So you can probably get rid of Vettel, and you can then afford a Bottas, so you can get the Mercedes and the Red Bull there. But I'm not going to do that. Where is Mr. Vettel? Get in there. Okay, so that's that option. Then McLaren is obviously another option for this one. Consistent scorer last year, 516 points. It looked very good in testing. You know, very, very good. You know, consistent running from Daniel and Lando, and they look very good. We've got the new diffuser on the rear end, so they'll be a force to be reckoned with, I reckon. Good option as well at 18.9 mil, 516 points last year. Consistency. Yeah, they would probably be this. If you can't afford one of those two, Mercedes and Red Bull, go for McLaren. Then you got the other four, or five really. you've got Ferrari, Aston Martin, Alpine, Alfa Tauri, and Alfa Romeo. I think Alfa Romeo probably a no, depending on maybe tracks, very track specific. If they look like they're doing well, pick them. Alfa Tauri are an option, of course. You know, as all these cars are, to be fair. You know, decent driver lineup in Gasly and Tsunoda. And very cheap. They could be very track specific as well. They look very good in pre-season testing. Decent race pace as well. It could be an interesting one. Alpine is just an unknown, isn't it? Really, they didn't upgrade the engine as far as I'm aware of. But then they got Alonso. That's a different factor. So it could be either very good or very bad. They could be fifth, anywhere between 5th and 7th. But I wouldn't pick them unless you're confident in, unless they're showing good pace on the Fridays. Pick them. Another one that I would probably gamble on in the team is this Aston Martin car. Obviously last year's Racing Point. Race winner last year, of course. They're not as bad as the time suggests. Then finally, Ferrari. You know, what do you do? Only 366 points last year. Probably one of the worst. But the new power unit, Charles and Carlos in the car now. I think there could be a little bit of a dark horse, and at only 18 mil. Adding to the team, you can get both Verstappen and Hamilton in this team with Ferrari car. So it's not all that you can get a knock on in there. So so that's a strong team, that is. So the Ferrari cars are really undervalued. I think they're probably 4th or 5th fastest. I think they were holding back in pre-season. Anyway, so the final rankings I would give would be, you pick the Mercedes because you have to. It's just the rules. You pick Mercedes, you guarantee points. Then I'd probably pick Red Bull, be the second option. Then you have then McLaren would be my next. If you start, and then Ferrari, they would be the top 4. And then Aston Martin, top 5. So coming in order. Yeah. And then next I would go Alfa Tauri after that, just because they look strong. And then Alpine, and then Alfa Romeo, and then Williams, and then just stay away from the Haas. Do not touch the Haas. Okay. So yeah, that will be it. We'll be doing another video on the drivers, the best drivers to pick. Okay then, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment as well. It all helps out. We recently hit 400 subscribers. But thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.